O Tires of Evanston presents Rich High School Lady Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 with video online at kadqradio.com. Today's game is brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals. Big O Tires, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Union Wireless, PC Innovations, Rocky Mountain Care, Cowboy Motor Company, Old West Stories and Productions, Castle Rock Chevrolet, and Telegram to Good Health. And now it's time for a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Lady Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 and online at kadqradio.com.
Welcome to the Sevier Valley Center and the start of tonight's quarterfinal match between the Rich Lady Rebels and the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. We're just a few moments away from our opening tip-off. We'll have starting lineups here in just a moment as well, and we'll get you caught up on the day's tournament, what's happened so far today, and how these two teams will match up. That's coming up right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of the Utah 1A Girls State Championship Tournament.
Think about your vehicle. Each time you drive it, you get in, buckle your seatbelt, and push the gas pedal. Does the steering feel loose? Does your front end rattle? If the answer is yes, stop in at Big O Tires of Evanston today and let the team you trust check your front end. It's a simple step to keep you safe when operating your vehicle. Stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust. 607 Cheyenne Drive, Evanston.
What makes us stand out from our competition? Knowledge. Certified technicians with proper state-of-the-art diagnostic and repair equipment. Quality. Genuine AC Delco and quality GM parts. And what makes us stand out from our competition is you, our customers. Intelligent people who know a good deal and quality work when they see it.
We're Castle Rock.
Outstanding. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament, being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters, by Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High students at the Argyle Ranch, by Rebecca and Brian Thompson at the Thompson Ranch, by J.S. Livestock, by Pam and Pete Cornea, and by Geraldine and Reed Grove. The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the broadcast and starting lineups here today from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield, Utah. This is Ryan Steinekert here, and for the visiting Rich Lady Rebels. Oh, actually, let's go with Panguitch, the home team, since they're being announced right now. Number 42, a sophomore, Chesney Campbell. A sophomore, number 44, Taylor Bennett. A junior, number 10, Dari Franson. A sophomore, number 22, Whitney Orton. And a junior, number 40, Katanya Holman. Those are the starters. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Zions Bank, Randolph branch. At Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us his business. That's the starting lineups for the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. For the Rich Lady Rebels, senior number 5, Ellen Peart. Senior number 11, Carol Weston. Senior number 15, Bailey Wamsley. Senior number 23, Cammie Lamborn. And senior number 33, Danielle Huffner. Again, these starting lineups brought to you by Zions Bank, Randolph branch. Today's tip-off is brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, Wyoming. It'll be Huffner against Dari Franson. Franson goes up high, wins the tip back to her team, and Panguitch will start going left to right. Holman came up with a loose ball. Go up into the corner, now kick it back outside left wing. Rebels starting in a 2-3 zone defense. Holman with it, goes free throw line to Franson, lob it down inside, and Campbell goes up high to get it, but then Lamborn comes up with the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Lamborn up this near side. Looking for a pass, goes to Wamsley in the corner. Two defenders come out on her. She'll pass through the two of them to Weston. Down inside to Peart. One dribble, put it up off the glass and in, and the Lady Rebels lead 2-0 to start this ball game on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Panguitch Lady Bobcats going left to right. Rebels have had a slow start the last couple of nights, especially last night against Wendover, and I know talking with Coach Scott Ferguson, they need to avoid that against this very tough Lady Bobcats team from Panguitch. Three-point shot from the corner by Taylor Bennett, no good, and a rebound pulled down by Huffner, knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. 7:09 left, first quarter. Rebels leading 2-0 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Lady Rebels in blue with the white trim, going right to left if you're watching online at kadqradio.com. Wamsley travels. Yeah, she was looking for that pass over there to Ellen Peart. Picked up the dribble and took that extra step because of the closing in the passing lane. Up court comes Orton. Orton goes left corner over to Bennett. Now up top, they swing it back to Bennett, and then back up top, left wing. Thinking about the shot was Orton. Then she passes that up as the defense came out on her. Now she does take the three after the pass down in the corner. It's missed, but a rebound and the offensive putback by Chesney Campbell. We're tied at 2 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 6.5 left in this first quarter. Walmsley goes right wing over to Peart. Peart, couple of dribbles, trying to go inside to Walmsley, and it's taken away. Rebels with 2 turnovers early on here, and Panguitch looking to take the lead here. Holman way up ahead, just gets the pass to Orton. Now coming to this near side to Bennett. Bennett back up top. Holman holds, then back to Bennett here on the right wing. Panguitch will work it around the arc. Now to Orton down in the corner. Rebels are going to be kept busy in with this 2-3 zone if they want to try and chase around those 3-point shooters outside for Panguitch. Here's the long shot from Orton in the corner. Can't quite get it to go. Big rebound for Cammie Lamborn and the Lady Rebels. She'll push up across midcourt. Defense gets back, so she'll pick up the dribble and go to Walmsley, left wing. Walmsley loses the handle on it, trying to pass. It was tipped by Holman. No, it was not touched by Holman. Walmsley loses the handle, and the Rebels have 3 turnovers. Bobcats will get it back. We're tied at 2 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. If you're watching online at KADQradio.com, you can see the scoreboard in that upper left corner. Here's Bennett for 3 from the corner. No good. A little bit of contact as Peart tries to box out. Long rebound. The Bobcats chase it down. Holman up top. She'll go to this right side to Orton. Orton, few dribbles, now pulls up and knocks it down from the right wing about 12, 15 feet out. And the Bobcats lead 4-2 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Walmsley dribbling out high, passes across. Orton tips it away, but it's out of bounds before she can chase it down at the scores table. And into the ball game for the Lady Rebels, Abby Watcott. Bailey Walmsley goes out holding her left fingers. I don't know if she got her fingers jammed or what, but she's definitely in some pain over there on the bench. Cammie Lamborn dribbling into the free throw, inside the free throw line, into the paint, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go, trying to save it. She dives to the floor as it goes out of bounds, and her foot was on the line as she dove out there. So the Rebels miss an opportunity on the layup there, and now Orton will bring it up court. Orton dribbles out high, goes down to Campbell. The sophomore lobs it back out high to Tolman, swing it around, and to Bennett, then back up top Holman. Now to Orton, 1 dribble, lob it inside, kick it back out. Holman will take the jumper from just inside 3-point range, and Katanya Holman knocks it down, and Coach Ferguson wants to take a timeout before this one gets any further away from the Lady Rebels. 4:38 left in the first, 6-2. Rich trails on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at KADQradio.com.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
Lady Rebels scored first. They led 2-0, but the Bobcats on a 6-0 run. Rebels with it, though. 4:33 left in the first quarter. Abby Watcott lobs it into the high post to Carol Weston, and reaching over the top is Dari Franson, the junior. Fouls Weston as she tries to reach around and knock that ball away. And that's the first team foul for either team right there. We're almost midway through the first quarter. Ellen Peart will look to inbound. She lobs it out high. Holman goes up and contends Watcott to get that basketball, but Watcott pulls it down. Now to Weston, the lob, and Franson wraps her up. Quick hands by Franson this time, and a jump ball, possession arrow. Keeps it on this end for the Lady Rebels, who need to take care of the basketball better. That's almost like a turnover right there. Here's Ellen Peart, inbounds into the middle. Danielle Huffner goes inside, a couple of dribbles. Bounce pass down inside for Carol Weston. Off target. It's down too low. Weston can't get to it, and the Lady Rebels turn it over for a 4th time in this first quarter. Bennett up top, back to Orton, left wing. Rebels still in that 2-3 zone. Orton swings it down in the corner to Bennett. Up top, Watcott almost comes up with the steal, but Orton quick hands and dribbles out of way to maintain possession. To Holman now, right wing. Back up top The pass to Orton. Now high post. Down inside. Franson goes to Bennett. Bennett, the shot, no good. But the offensive rebound by Chesney Campbell, and she's fouled on the putback. And I tell you, with between Chesney Campbell, Taylor Bennett, and Dari Franson, this Panguitch team has a height and length advantage over just about anybody in 1A, probably over anybody in 1A. Here's Campbell from the free throw line. First one rolls down through. 3:53 left, first quarter, 7-2. Panguitch with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Second free throw, also good by Campbell. They're 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Under 4 to go in this first quarter. Rebels with just 2 points on the scoreboard. Watcott almost gets her pocket picked by Holman. Now lobs it over to Lamborn on this left wing. Lamborn up top to Watcott. Watcott will pull up from the left elbow. Can't get that to go. Peart tries to save it, but can't quite get out there. And the air ball is out of bounds to the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. This is a Panguitch team that puts a lot of pressure on the basketball. A lot of pressure defense, and the Rebels have struggled with that this year. They have 4 turnovers already in this first quarter. Holman out high, straight away with it. Goes left wing to Orton out high. Bobcats trying to spread the floor a little bit. Holman straight away. Looking high post for Campbell, not there. Goes to Orton. Orton dribbles down to the baseline, then kick it back out top to Holman. Into the corner they go to Bennett. Bennett back up top to Holman on the left wing out high. Again into the corner, looking for a pass down in the middle. Now the pass up top. Cammie Lamborn steps in there, gets the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. Trying to save it on the sideline. She passes it back court. A turnover for each team there. It's basically a wash. And Panguitch will inbound and reset the offense. Orton dribbling, goes to Holman. Holman holds out there on the high right wing. Now back to Holman up top. Or to Orton, rather. Orton directing some traffic. Now just throws to Franson on the left wing. Or Bennett, rather. Bennett back up top to Orton. Orton, a few dribbles out to the right wing. Shifts the offense around. Now goes all the way across to Bennett, left corner. Back up top, Orton comes running to receive the pass. Holman out high right wing. Now to Orton, kick it in the corner. Here's the three-point shot by Bennett. Air ball. It was long. Touched by Campbell, and Lamborn will let it go. Bounce its way out of bounds. It'll be Rebel basketball trailing. Lady Rebels trail 8-2 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 2:21 left first quarter. Rebels struck first and led 2-0, but it's been all Panguitch since then, an 8-0 run. Here's Lamborn holding, looking for something inside. Now she drives into the paint, goes up, and then instead of shooting, she passes to Weston. It's knocked away. Weston fouls trying to chase that basketball down in the corner. And Carol Weston picks up her first personal. Lady Rebels' second team foul. And now Chelsea Arrington and Bailey Walmsley will check into the ball game. Huffner and Weston out for the Lady Rebels. So on the floor for Rich is Watcott, Peart, Walmsley, Arrington, and Lamborn. Orton, Holman, Campbell, Bennett, and Franson still on the floor. 5 starters for the Bobcats. Catania Holman, left wing, up top to Orton. Orton, free throw line. They go now into the corner to Bennett. She'll take another 3 from the other corner this time, and it rims out. Lamborn the rebound. Lamborn will push up court, but the defense, this Panguitch team, so solid fundamentally. They get back quickly, and the Rebels have no chance at any kind of fast break. Here's Lamborn, lob inside, beautiful pass, and the easy lay-in for Chelsea Arrington. The defense popped out to guard Lamborn, and that left Arrington alone underneath. Pass to Franson in the corner, Bennett in the corner. Now she'll kick it back up top to Holman, then to Campbell underneath, the easy jumper, and with no one in her face, that high release. And he makes it easily. Watcott up ahead to Arrington, through her hands and out of bounds. And the Rebels with 7 turnovers in this first quarter. 10-4, Panguitch leads on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Today's tip-off was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, Wyoming. Left wing Orton to Campbell, down inside Franson trying to drive. A shot blocked, and Cammie Lamborn comes up with it for Rich. Lamborn pushes up this near side, trying to get some points in transition. Kick it out to Watcott. Fake the shot. Now to Peart, back out high to Abby Watcott. A few dribbles. Holman out on her on the defense. Watcott passes down toward the corner just as Peart cuts up toward the middle of the court, and Orton gets the easy takeaway. Orton drives down inside the lane. Knocked away, but Franson is there to come up with it. Over here to Bennett, or on the far side to Bennett. Then it's near side to Holman. Holman up top out to Orton, and now Panguitch will play for the last shot of the quarter as we're under 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Panguitch leading 10-4. Lady Rebels, again, they've had slow starts the last couple of nights at this tournament. Just 8 points against Wendover last night, but then finished with 51 after 4 quarters. Here's Holman with 9, 8 to Orton, 7, 6 to Franson in the corner. Looking into the middle, nothing there. Out top to Orton, 3, 2 to Franson in the corner for 3. No good, but some contact. Ellen Peart slams the floor. She went down after the foul, and that'll give Taylor Bennett 3 free throws with 0.8 seconds left in this first quarter. Ellen Peart frustrated with herself for committing that foul, without a doubt. First one is up and good for Taylor Bennett. It's 11-4. She'll get 3 free throws here. So Bennett knocks down the first. Second one, also good, off the back of the rim and down through. And Bennett will have one more. The sophomore with 2 points. She's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And a third free throw coming here. She takes her time, a few dribbles. Gets the ball just how she wants it in her hands, then misses. It's off the back of the rim. Long rebound, a fight for it, and time expires before anybody can control it. 12-4, end of the first period. The Lady Bobcats lead on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Second quarter action coming up right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and watch online at kadqradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat Boosters.
Canyon Country Drilling, offering pump service and quality water well drilling. Canyon Country Drilling at msn.com.
When visiting Panguitch, stay at the Canyon Lodge Motel, your home away from home. Make your reservations at canyonlodgemotel.com.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com.
Panguitch will have it to start the second period, leading 12-4 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. They'll go down to Campbell. She'll take the baseline jumper as nobody came out to get on her. It's short, and Ellen Peart comes up with the rebound. Panguitch, the number 1 team from a very deep and tough Region 20. They went undefeated in the region and undefeated all season long, and they've won easily their first round quarterfinal and the first round and the quarterfinal games here at this tournament. Walmsley up top. Now Orton steps in, takes it away. She'll push up the left wing all the way to the hoop. Shot is no good, but Abby Watcott fouls her with the body. And the Rebels had 8 turnovers in the first quarter. That's number 9 right there. You turn it over more than, 4, maybe 5 times a quarter, and you're going to make it real hard on yourself. Here's Orton from the free throw line. She hits the first one. And the Bobcats now 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Orton, the second one coming here. Good. Nothing but net for Orton. She has 4 points, and the Bobcats lead by 10, 14-4. Rebels, if they get much further behind, this one's going to be out of control or out of hand. Walmsley, out high left wing, looking for a screen, dribbles around the top, and she's fouled by Katanya Holman, the junior. Little too much pressure, hand check, and she picks up her first personal foul, second team foul on the Bobcats. Walmsley looking for the inbound pass, goes into Watcott. Holman just about stripped it away. Now Watcott loses the dribble, goes out right side, and Orton steps in front. Easy steal. She's going to go all the way in. Now pass it across Holman. The shot, no good. And Arrington gets the rebound, but then it's tipped away from her. Lamborn comes up with the loose ball, and she's going to push all the way down inside. Up with the right hand. No, through the trees. She got the shot off, but couldn't quite finish. Orton pushes up court, the left side. Quick outlet by the Bobcats. Orton lobs it inside now to Franson, and she is fouled on her way to the hoop. There's 5 starters still in there for the Bobcats. And Dari Franson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Chelsea Arrington charged with a foul. Her first personal and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. 14-4, Panguitch leads by 10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts store scoreboard. And we'll be back after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports boosters. The Telegram to Good Health. Click on the Telegram at kadqradio.com. By the D. Cornea Ranch. Good luck to Andy and go Rebels. By S-Bar S Trucking, Eric and Sherry South. By Circle H Land and Cattle, Chris, Michelle, Isaac, and Emily Hopkins. And by Old West Stories and Productions. For all of your website and graphic design needs, call the marketing experts at this radio station, 789-8116. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at kadqradio.com.
14-4 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Dari Franson hits the first of her 2 free throws. Makes it 15-4. Panguitch Bobcat team, the #1 scoring offense in 1A basketball. 65 points per game. Franson misses the second one. They're on pace for about 55 to 60 points right now against a Rebel defense that has been the second best defense in 1A girls basketball this year. Bailey Walmsley goes to Ellen Peart across to Lamborn. She'll scoop up the loose ball inside to Arrington. It's kicked away. Orton comes up with it. Boy, she has quick hands. She's got 3 or 4 steals already in this one. The Rebels with 11 turnovers already. Now the ball on the floor. Peart dives, but Bennett comes up with it. A timeout on the floor. Coach Curtis Barney wants a quick timeout. And we'll take a quick one as we'll keep it right here. 15-4, Lady Rebels trail with 6:13 left here in the second quarter. Throughout the game tonight, we'll be watching for your All West Communications shot of the game and your Mountain Valley Cattle Company play of the game. Rebels with already 11 turnovers in the ball game. We've still got 6 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second quarter. And, that puts the Rebels on pace for somewhere around 35 to 40 turnovers, which is way, way too many. Rebels have to start taking care of the basketball. Turning it over this many times, they're extremely limited in the amount of shots they can get off, which really limits you on how many points you can score. Holman on the right wing, up top, round to Orton, just off center left side. Now to inside to Franson. Huffner, quick hands to knock it away. It's tipped last by Franson and out of bounds. So good quick hands by Huffner. And I've got Panguitch with just 3 turnovers now in this ball game, compared again to the Rebels' 11. Walmsley up across midcourt. Holman will come out to greet her. Out high straight away. Walmsley passes that side to Lamborn. It's tipped away by Campbell and out of bounds. Campbell wanted to try and convince the ref that Lamborn had also tipped it, but nothing doing there. And Lamborn will inbound from this near sideline right in front of the Bobcat student fan section. Inbound to Walmsley. Rebels going right to left if you're watching online at kadqradio.com. Walmsley dribbling down inside, tries to shoot, blocked. Easy block for Taylor Bennett there. Push up ahead. Orton, high dribbled all the way to the hoop, off the glass. No, but she's fouled. And that will put her at the free throw line to shoot 2. Chelsea Arrington, the foul, and that's her second personal. Rebels 16 foul compared with Bobcats 2. Winnie Orton, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and she hits the first. She'll have one more. Rebels have not scored since it was 8-4. They trailed 8-2. They made it 8-4, and that was about midway through the first quarter that they scored their last points. Second free throw by Orton, high off the back of the rim, no good. 16-4. Lady Rebels got to start coming up with something offensively. Lamborn, crossover dribble into the lane. Lob it across to Weston. She loses the handle initially, has to go down to get it. By the time she gets it back and puts it up, it's blocked easily. Rebels kick it around, though, after they got it back. Lamborn goes inside. Shot no good. Weston pulls down the offensive board, and she's fouled on the putback. She hits it. And Carol Weston, with that rebound and the putback, puts some more points on the scoreboard for the Lady Rebels, and hopefully will give them a little bit of momentum or a little bit of life offensively. 5:18 left in the second quarter. Rebels trailed by 10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Weston, free throw. No good off the left side, but Peart hustles for the rebound and tips it off of Dari Franson. So great hustle by the Lady Rebels. They're going to have to do some of those other small things. Real hustle, getting some offensive rebounds. Inbound pass to Lamborn. Lamborn off the right side misses the layup. It's real tough down inside there against these tall Panguitch players. Orton gets a steal, give it to roll it ahead. Watcott comes up with it, and she's fouled by Holman. It was kind of a loose ball there, and Holman and Watcott both lunged for it. Watcott controlled it first, and then Holman fouled her, trying to get to it. Peart inbounds to Watcott. Rebels down by 10, 16-6 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Peart dribbles out high, pass across to Weston through her hands, and Orton's going to have a clear lane to the hoop, the easy lay-in. She must have 5 or 6 steals tonight, and Coach Scott Ferguson is fired up. He comes off the bench calling for a timeout, and he is upset. It's 18-6, Lady Rebels trail on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Timeout on the court, and we'll take a quick one as well. Be back right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at KADQradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Lady Rebels trailing 18-6, and with 12 turnovers already in this ball game. That's got to be one of the things that Coach Ferguson is fired up about. At least 5 or 6 of those are passes up top that Whitney Orton is just stepping in front of and taking away from the Lady Rebels. Orton has been big so far defensively for the Bobcats. She also has 5 points. Here's Lamborn out high. Lamborn dribbles by the defense, down inside to Weston. Weston fouled as she puts it up. A lot of contact there. She was pushed back. She looked like she was real close to the rim, and after the shot went up, it went off the side of the glass with all that contact. Dari Franson picks up her second personal. That's now 5 team fouls on the Bobcats, who lead 16-8 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Carol Weston, free throw line. Good. Gets the shooter's roll off the front of the rim, then back and down around through. So Carol Weston with 3 points. And another free throw coming here, trying to cut into that lead just a little bit more. It's good. Second one as well. So Carol Weston knocks them both down, and despite all the turnovers, Rebels down by just 10. Defensively, they've been pretty good to slow down the Bobcats, who get it down inside, bounce across the lane with the pass. It skipped off of Cammie Lamborn's leg as it came through and goes out of bounds. So the Bobcats catch a little break there, and they'll inbound from this near side. Bennett goes in to Orton. Starting 5 still in there for the Bobcats. Here's Orton out high right wing to Bennett in the corner. Campbell, Holman, Orton, and Franson on the floor along with Bennett. Here's Holman. Now to Franson. Back up to this side to Orton. Orton drives down inside, puts it up off the glass from down on the baseline. Peart gets the rebound, and she'll push up the left side. Had an opportunity of a 2-on-1, but the defense got back quick. And she decided just to back it out and reset the offense. Now Peart has it. Looking inside for Abby Watcott. Tried to scoop it up from underneath the basket. Can't get it. Rebound Orton. Now she'll push up ahead to Holman. Holman traveled with it. Yeah, she took 3 steps before she put it on the floor. And the Bobcats trying to push the tempo. Turn it over to the Lady Rebels. 3:50 left to go second quarter. 18-8. Rich Lady Rebels trail on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Just 8 points through a quarter and a half of play against a real tough Bobcat defense. Here's Peart, left wing. Looking up top. Goes to Lamborn straight away. Quick dribble down inside. Runs into the defense. Puts it up and in. Got to be a foul one way or the other. Taylor Bennett goes to the floor. Lamborn gets the shot to fall. And it's an 8-point ball game. 18-10. Nice move by Lamborn and a finish. Up top, the Panguitch Bobcats go now around to Holman down in the corner. Watcott comes out, almost gets the steal, but Orton, she is so quick and good hands, keeps that ball on this end of the court. Going left to right are the Lady Bobcats. Holman out high left wing. Rebels still in a 2-3 zone defense. It's worked fairly well so far. Bobcats average almost more than 65 points a game. Holman's three-point shot, no good. But chasing it down in the corner is Bennett. She saves it into a teammate, and now Peart called for the foul as she tries to just put too much pressure on Whitney Orton. That's the Rebels' 7th team foul and sends Whitney Orton to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Orton is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And now for the first time in the game, we see Panguitch send in a substitute. Brianne Birch, a freshman, number 12, checks in. And it's Katanya Holman who will take a breather. Orton from the free throw line. First one is good. The sophomore. This is a young Panguitch team. And they don't have a senior on the team. A lot of freshmen and sophomores. Going to be dangerous for years to come, at least the next two. Second free throw by Orton, good as well. It's back to a 10-point game, 20-10 with 2:46 left in the first half. Watcott, left wing. It's taken away by Campbell. She saves it across court to Orton. Orton scoops it up, keeps the dribble alive, and then loses the dribble out of bounds. So the Bobcats, with just their 6th turnover of the game, compare that with Rebels' 13, or 12 rather. No, 13. I was right in my math the first time. It's late. Give me a break. Watcott over right wing to Bailey Walmsley. Walmsley up top to Weston. Rebels trying to run this offense. They go to Watcott. She's open for 3 and just long. It looked good. It was on target, but a bit long. Weston comes up with the loose ball on the rebound, misses the putback, and then Campbell gets it. She'll push up ahead to Orton. Orton all the way up with the left hand. No good with the rebound. Weston tips it away from Franson to Ellen Peart. Peart pushes up, but 4 defenders get back, so she'll stop out high on the right wing and go back up top to Walmsley. 2:01, 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Rebels down 20-10. Ellen Peart out high, right wing, stripped away by Orton, but Peart gets it back. Now she'll fire it across to Lamborn. Lamborn drives into the lane, floats it up, can't get it to go. All kinds of contact. Saved by Franson. Peart touches it and can't control it, loses it out of bounds. We're getting to some physical play down inside, and not as many fouls as, frankly, based on what I've seen at this tournament the last couple of days, not as many fouls as I would expect in this ball game, both sides of the court. Here's Orton. She'll push up court across the timeline. 1:38 left in the first half. Franson, there's one right there. Maybe it may have been fouled. She dribbles into the lane, puts it up and in. That works in the favor of the Bobcats. And that makes it 22-10. Pass across the top, or a shot by the Lady Rebels is an air ball. Pass quickly up ahead, and the layup for Chesney Campbell. I'll tell you, for the size and the position that she plays, she runs the floor very well. The layup makes it 24-10. Lady Rebels trail on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. And Coach Ferguson having a discussion with the official. I think he was trying to send in a substitution. Now they sort it out. And the Rebels have the basketball with just over a minute to play in the first half, trailing 24-10. Lamborn with it out high left wing. Holds, now goes up top. Holman gets in there, comes away with the steal. Lazy pass. Holman goes all the way, fouled. Lamborn makes sure she doesn't get the shot off. Tammy Lamborn picks up her first personal foul, but that'll send Katanya Holman to the free throw line. For Lamborn, that's her first personal foul, and Holman will shoot 2. A Rebel 8th team foul with 55.4 seconds left first quarter. Rebels down by 14 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Here's Holman. A few dribbles. Really takes her time and hits it. Front of the rim, off the glass, and down through. Into the game now. Caitlin Brinkerhoff, a sophomore, checks in for Dari Franson. Holman, another free throw here. And that one no good off the side of the rim. Long rebound. Weston chases it down in the corner for the Lady Rebels, who trail by 15, 25-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. They haven't found an answer for this tough defense by the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. Watcott tries to lob it inside for Weston, and it's taken away. 7th turnover of the quarter for the Lady Rebels, and the Bobcats now will likely play for the last shot. Rebels are going to come out and try not to let them. Well, but Walmsley kind of showed that, but then Orton passed it to Holman and over to Brinkerhoff, and now they will just hold. Rebels going to be content to let them hold for the last shot. 20, 19, 18 seconds left in the second. 25-10. Penguins with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Rebels waiting. Holman now with 10 seconds will start some movement. Picks up the dribble, goes high post. Lamborn steps in there, knocks it away, but Holman chases it down backcourt with 3. She puts it on the ground. 2, 1. Half-court shot is way high. And at the end of the first quarter, or the first half, the Bobcats will go into the locker room leading 25-10 over the Rich Lady Rebels on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. By far the best anybody's played Panguitch at this tournament, but still the Rebels trail big. If they're going to need a big second half to come back into this one. 15-point game at the half on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Stay tuned. Halftime report is coming up after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat boosters.
Cowboy Collectibles, antiquing the Western way, supplying real Western antiques. Cowboy Collectibles on Main Street in Panguitch.
Bob Orton Trucking, supporting all the great students in academics and sports at Panguitch High School. Bob Orton Trucking.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Rich High School, raising the leaders of tomorrow. The staff at Rich High School celebrates all students.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Kent and Julie Watcott in Randolph say good luck to their daughter Abby and all the Lady Rebels.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports boosters. Lazy S Ranching, Sim and Joe Jean Weston. Good luck, Rebels. Play hard. Comprehensive Family Dental. Good luck, Grove grandkids from Comprehensive Family Dental and Grandpa and Grandma Grove. Saby Trucking, Scott and Diana Saby, with a shout out to their son Cash and all of the Rebel athletes. Go Rebels! By Craig Welling Financial Services, New York Life, for your retirement plan rollovers, life insurance, and investments. And by My Favorite Things in Evanston, because crafting is cheaper than therapy. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at kadqradio.com.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. If you're watching online at kadqradio.com, the Rich Lady Rebel cheerleaders performing there. We've also got the Rich Rebel Pep Band over across the way. And we'll see if we can get a shot of them here in a minute on the camera, on the video stream. 25-10 here at the half on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Lady Rebels trail the Panguitch Lady Bobcats, and the Rebels jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Ellen Peart got the lay-in early on, but it was almost all Panguitch from that point on. Panguitch went on a 12-2 run through the rest of the first quarter, and then just continued to build their lead through the second quarter. And they lead 25-10 at the half. Now, just thinking logistically, the Rebels have 2 quarters to try and get back into this one. Through 2 quarters, they've scored 10. They trail by 15. So they've got to do something big time differently on the offensive end. And a big thing they can do, number one, is take care of the basketball. 15 turnovers in the first half, and my guess is that I missed 1 or 2, maybe more. So the Rebels on pace for 30-plus turnovers. Now, having said that, they're also doing a fair job defensively. Panguitch averages, if you look up and down their schedule, they average 65-plus points per game. Their lowest scoring output of the season was 50 points against Milford. Now, they're on pace for 50 right now, but the Rebels on pace for just 10. That is not going to do it. We'll see what adjustments Coach Scott Ferguson and the Lady Rebels come up with in the second half. Stay tuned. We'll have your play of the game brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company, and your shot of the game to this point brought to you by Always Communications here in just a bit. 25-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Rich Lady Rebels trail. Back with more of the halftime show right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and watch online at KADQradio.com.
For over 100 years, Union Telephone has been providing phone service to small communities, places the big guys simply ignored. We were helping our neighbors stay connected to the rest of the country. Times have changed and technology has evolved. Union has been there the entire way. Today, we still keep people connected in more ways and places than ever before. Union Wireless, treating you like a neighbor, not a number.
At Wyoming Dental Specialties, we specialize in orthodontics, endodontics, and oral surgery. Our endodontist is simply a tooth doctor. He performs procedures like root canals. Our orthodontist will straighten your teeth using products like braces and Invisalign. Our oral surgeons deliver specialized treatment, such as dental implants and tooth extractions. So save your time and money, stay local, and come to Wyoming Dental Specialties.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat Boosters.
Canyon Country Drilling, offering pump service and quality water well drilling. Canyon Country Drilling at msn.com.
When visiting Panguitch, stay at the Canyon Lodge Motel, your home away from home. Make your reservations at canyonlodgemotel.com.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters.
Scott, Diana, and Cash Saby with Saby Trucking in Randolph wish good luck to the Lady Rebels.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Davis Cabinet and Mills, quality custom cabinetry and woodwork.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Welcome back to the halftime show. Rich Lady Rebels trail 25-10 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. It's been all Panguitch in that first half. Rebels with 15 turnovers, and quite honestly, it's hard to think of a play of the game or a shot of the game. Shot of the game brought to you by Always Communications. We'll watch for it in the second half. Play of the game brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. We'll watch for that in the second half as well. Third quarter coming up right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and watch online at KADQradio.com.
Mom's onboard electronic stability control system was giving us some woes. I don't even know what that means. But he does.
You guys are all fixed and ready to go. Expert care for your car so you can trust in more than just your tires.
We've got the selection you need and the friendly service you deserve. Come see us today. Big O Tires, Evanston, Wyoming.
Big O Tires, the team you trust.
They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles. And now you can save big on the 2013s that are left on the lot at Cowboy Motor Company. Save over $9,000 on a Ram 2500 SLT Crew Cummins diesel. Save over $5,500 on a Durango RT and over $9,000 on a Chrysler 300C John Barbados. Restrictions apply. Cowboy Motor Company has millions of dollars in financing for all types of credit. They may be last year's models, but they're still brand new vehicles at Cowboy Motor Company in Evanston.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat Boosters.
Cowboy Collectibles, antiquing the Western way, supplying real Western antiques. Cowboy Collectibles on Main Street in Panguitch.
Bob Orton Trucking, supporting all the great students in academics and sports at Panguitch High School. Bob Orton Trucking.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Fourth quarter action underway here. Lady Rebels had a couple of good looks down inside, but couldn't get a bucket to start this third quarter. And then the Bobcats pushed the other way, got a bucket from Orton. Now another steal by Panguitch. Up ahead goes Chesney Campbell. Defense got back and slowed her down. They'll kick it back outside. Three-point shot up and good by Taylor Bennett. And there's just no stopping this Panguitch team. They've got too many weapons. Rebels trail 30-10 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Outside, the Rebels go to Lamborn. Lamborn out on the left wing. Trailing 30-10. And Lamborn trying to dribble, travels with it. Pressure out there, and she just a little miscue there for the Rich Lady Rebels. And chalk up a couple more turnovers for Rich. I had Panguitch with just 6 turnovers in that first half. That's where Rich wishes they could be right now. Pass down inside. Helfner goes for the steal. Bennett, the strong hands, pulls it in, puts it up and in, and it's 32-10. Panguitch on a run here, 7-0 to start this third quarter. They were on a 5-0 run to end the second quarter. So a 12-0 run right now for the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. Here's Walmsley dribbling down toward the baseline, loses it, and Bennett comes up with it. But now a steal by Lamborn going back the other way and a foul. Lamborn, the steal brought to you by Hoffman Designs. And I think they'll call the foul on Taylor Bennett. That would, I think, just be her first personal. Not a lot of fouls. Nobody really in foul trouble. Franson has 2. Holman has 2 for the Bobcats. Chelsea Arrington has 2 for the Lady Rebels. Those are the only with more than 1 foul, I believe. Here's Lamborn inbound to Walmsley out here in the near corner. Orton, pressure defense, and Walmsley will pass out high to Peart. Peart, a couple of dribbles, then hand off to Bailey Walmsley. Rebels going left to right in this second half from our view on KADQradio.com. Walmsley dribbling left to right, goes to Lamborn. We've usually seen Lamborn take a three-pointer or 2 at this point, and now an offensive foul. But the pressure defense by Panguitch has limited the Rebels even on their shots. Walmsley, the moving screen. And that's her first personal. 1 team foul apiece. And that right there, I mean, that's essentially a turnover with that offensive foul. We got Rich with 18 in the ball game, not counting that one. Bennett out high, right wing, goes down to Orton. Orton back to Bennett. Up top, they swing it around. Holman to Bennett, and then to Orton down in the far corner. Bobcats going right to left in this second half from our view on KADQradio.com. Parrott went down inside to help on the defense. They kick it back out to Bennett. She'll take the 3, no good. Franson the offensive board. Her put back, no. And then the Campbell tips the rebound out to Holman. Now to Orton, and then back up top to Bennett. Kick it to Orton, left wing, 3-pointer short. Rebound, Peart. It's knocked away by Franson, but out of bounds. And the Rebels will have it. Rich has not scored since it was 20-8. They made it 20-10 with about 3.5 left in the second. So they're on about a 6 or 7 minute scoring drought. Cami Lamborn on the left wing. Got away with a travel. Orton steps in front and goes down hard. And Lamborn did lower the shoulder a bit, but there's no way that that Holman had the feet planted. And Coach Ferguson talking with the official about that, I'm sure. Cammie Lamborn charged with the offensive foul. Her second personal, second team foul on the Lady Rebels. Pass inside to Franson. She'll kick it across to Bennett in this near corner. Holman up top, back to Bennett in the corner, and this zone defense is keeping the Rebels active as the Panguitch Bobcats pass it up and around and down into the corners and back up around. Orton on the right wing, now into the corner to Bennett. Rebels have done a nice job inside. They've limited the points down in there. Lob down into Franson, and she's fouled as she tries to go up with it. Dari Franson will have a couple of free throws. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line so far in the ball game. Rebels free throws tonight are brought to you by Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Rich just 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. First one for Franson, no good off the back of the iron. Bobcats have significantly more free throws with that one right there. They're now 11 of 16, right around 70% from the free throw line. Second one for Franson goes front of the rim, then off the glass and down through. Walmsley inbounds to Lamborn, right back to Walmsley to bring it up court. 33-10. Rebels down by 23 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Backdoor pass to Lamborn. She'll go up strong and earn the trip to the free throw line as she's fouled. That may be on Franson. No, they're going to call it on Bennett, I believe. Would have been Franson's third, but they call it on Bennett, and that's her second. Lamborn at the free throw line. Rebels, again, only 3 free throws in this ball game. They're 2 of 3. First one by Lamborn, short. Free throws tonight for the Rich Lady Rebels, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Cammie Lamborn, another free throw here. Rebels trail 33-10 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard against this top-seeded and undefeated Panguitch Bobcat team. Second free throw by Lamborn is good. Nothing but net. She has just 3 points and a timeout on the floor. 4:20 left in the third. Rebels trail big. 33-11 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the quick one as well and be back on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at KADQradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters by Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High students at the Argyle Ranch. By Rebecca and Brian Thompson at the Thompson Ranch. By J.S. Livestock. By Pam and Pete Cornea. And by Geraldine and Reed Grohl. The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Lady Rebels trailing big on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 33-11. And you see, Panguitch goes through the season undefeated. They're ranked number 1 on the state rankings, and following Rich all year long, you don't see the Panguitch and how good they really are till you kind of get to this tournament and just see they've got every piece they need for a great basketball team. They've got the length, the speed, the quickness, the height, the outside, the inside game. They've got it all. Here's Orton out high, goes to Holman left wing, up top to Orton again. Rebels still in that 2-3 zone defense, and Panguitch goes over right wing to Bennett. They're also well conditioned. These starters have most of them have not been off the floor since the game started. Orton goes right down in the corner to Bennett, back up top to Orton. They're trying to look down inside and get it to Franson. Now they go in the corner to Orton, or to Bennett, back up top to Orton. She'll swing it across over to Campbell. Campbell one dribble, bounce pass across the lane, kick it back out to Orton. Now the lob inside. Peart tips it away and comes up with it. Rebels the steal, brought to you by Hoffman Designs. And I believe that's just the second turnover of the quarter for Panguitch. That's another thing they do well. They take care of the basketball. I have Panguitch with just 8 turnovers in the ball game. That's excellent for 3 quarters worth of play. Bailey Walmsley into the key. It's knocked away from her. Speaking of turnovers, Holman comes up with it. She sprints up court, bounce pass to Orton, who travels with it. She says, no, I had my pivot foot. But the official disagrees, blows the whistle. And it's 33-11. Rebels trail by 22. A lot of ground to make up in a hurry if they want to try to even get back into this one. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third. Abby Watcott dribbling out high, trying to drive. Cut off. She'll go to Peart on this near side wing. Peart looking in for Watcott. Not there. Pass across the top for Lamborn. It's off target. Walmsley tries to save it, but she can't get there. And the Rebels, turnover woes continue. 8 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 5 here in the third. You can watch these games online live at kadqradio.com, all the tournament games. Also at live.ksl.com and at watchit.deseretnews.com. Orton with it to Bennett in the corner. She's open. She'll take the three. It rattles up and then rattles down and rattles through. And Taylor Bennett, her second three of the quarter. She had 2 in the first half. She has 7 in this third quarter alone. Watcott, free throw line to Lamborn. Spins right through the defense and drives to the hoop up with the left hand. Great move by Lamborn. And it's 36 to 13. Rebels trail on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Panguitch up big. Here's Franson to Orton. Orton back to Franson. Baseline. Fakes the jumper. Drives right through and up with the right hand and in. And Dari Franson, for her size, she shows some quickness and some great dribbling skills. Here's Lamborn back inside. Draws in the defense. Pass to Peart. Peart is fouled on the shot. And Ellen Peart will go to the free throw line. Free throws tonight for the Rich Lady Rebels, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. 1:45 left, third quarter. It's a 25-point ball game. Panguitch in this tournament beat Valley 55-26. Peart knocks down the first free throw. In the first round, they beat Valley 55-26. Then they beat Whitehorse 70-42. But at the half against Whitehorse, it was, if I remember right, 47-7 or 47-8 was the score in that first half against Whitehorse, and Panguitch just kind of cruised with the JV team out there in the second half. Peart, a second free throw, no good off the back of the rim. Watcott trying to get the rebound, can't get there. Peart has 3 points. Rebels go 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line and make it a 24-point game. Here's Orton from the corner, 3, no good. Rebound, tip, and then Orton comes up with it, lobs it inside. Here's Bennett underneath, puts it up and in high off the glass, and Bennett, great touch to hit that shot. It's 40-14. And now on the sideline, out of bounds. Great hustle over there by Campbell, knocks it out. Rebels have possession. Bailey Walmsley inbounds from right in front of her bench. Here's Abby Watcott to Ellen Peart. Peart high left wing to Lamborn. Lamborn, three-point shot. She's left open, so she'll take it. Can't quite get it off the front of the rim left side. And Franson pulls down the rebound. Orton pushing up ahead. She's going to sprint. She is quick. Throws it up ahead to Campbell. Ellen Peart goes down fairly hard. A little bit slow to get up. Rebels come up with the steal. Bailey Walmsley will push up the right side. Defense gets back, so she'll kind of dribble back out, try to bounce pass it inside to Arrington, and it's knocked away by Orton. Orton, I wish I had the stat. I know she has 5, 6, maybe 7 steals tonight, and at least that many deflected passes as well. Arrington looking to inbound, 4, 5 seconds. She lobs it into Abby Watcott. Watcott drives into the lane, spins around, and travels with it. Good-looking move if she can put it together without the travel, and the Rebels give it back to the Bobcats. 40-14 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Orton slowly across midcourt, and they're going to play for the last shot. Brianne Birch just checked into the game. In there with Bennett, Orton, Campbell, and is it Franson, the fourth? Holman. No. Not sure about the fifth one in there. Here's the pass outside. Bennett will take the three, miss it. Chased for the rebound by Franson, and she's out of bounds. So with 9 seconds left, the Lady Rebels will have the inbound pass. Watcott, and now Panguitch will bring a little extra pressure to slow the Rebels down. Try not to let them get a good shot. Lamborn up ahead with 6, 5. Passes back to Watcott. 3, 2, 1. Shot from the arc. No good. Weston pulls down the rebound but can't get a shot off in time as the third quarter ends. The Rebels managed just 4 points in that third quarter, and it's 40-14. Panguitch with the lead on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Stay tuned. Fourth quarter coming up right after this on the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
Throughout our lives, there are times we may need skilled rehabilitation and nursing care or home health and hospice care. Rocky Mountain Care has been providing these services since 1990. Our skilled staff and specialized programs will meet your loved one's needs. Our staff is dedicated to a high-quality outcome for each of our patients and residents. When you or someone you love needs these professional services, think of Rocky Mountain Care. Simply the best care. www.rmcare.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel boosters.
Perry Brothers Trucking, serving Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and other surrounding areas. Perry Brothers Trucking, the real hot shots.
Handling all your real estate needs at beautiful Bear Lake. Call the professionals, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Bobcats have it to start this fourth quarter. They'll come out with Orton, Campbell, Bennett, Franson, and Birch on the floor. So the starters except for Birch. Pass into the corner. Bennett, back up top to Orton, then to Bennett in the corner. Looking inside for Franson. No pass there. Rebels are packing that inside. They're not allowing the entry pass. Here's Franson. But the Bobcats still lead 40-14 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Orton drives in, a little penetration, kick it back up to Campbell and around down now back to Orton in this near side corner. Tries to drive. Arrington knocks it away and out of bounds. Rebels come out in this fourth quarter with Arrington, Weston, Walmsley, Watcott, and Lamborn on the floor. Trailing 40-14 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 7:08 left to go. Here's the three-point shot from the corner. Taylor Bennett. She had just 2 points in the first half. She's come alive in this second half with 13 points, including 3 three-pointers. Abby Watcott to Lamborn, left wing. Rebels looking for some offense. Lamborn will take the three. It's short, and the rebound to Bennett. Bennett looking for the pass. Great control to not lift that pivot foot and be called for the travel. Orton comes up court. Goes into the corner. They swing it around. Now down left side on the baseline or near the baseline to Bennett. Lob it way out high to Orton. Now into Franson. Turnaround jumper from 6 feet off the right side. And Franson the easy deuce. 45-14 on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Watcott tries to drive. Gets into the lane, and she's fouled as she goes up for the shot. So Abby Watcott back at the free throw line for the Lady Rebels, who have just 7 free throws in this ball game compared to 17 for the Bobcats. Watcott's first one no good, and she'll have one more. Free throws tonight. Brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City for the Lady Rebels. There's a second one by Watcott, no good. Fights for the rebound, and a late whistle after Bennett goes to the floor. The official couldn't decide. There was a lot of contact. I agree that it was a foul. It's just funny that the whistle came so late. Pass up ahead. They go to Birch. Birch loses it. Lamborn got the knockaway, but then Birch got it back. Lamborn chasing, trying to get another takeaway. They go to Orton. She'll drive the baseline. Floater, no good. Rebound tip. Orton comes up with it. She has quick and great hands. Inside to Franson. Franson kicks it back up top to Birch. Around to Bennett. Bennett high on the left wing to Birch. And down inside, the pass on the legs of Campbell. It's knocked around and goes clear back court where Orton is the quickest one and gets there. Down clear on the baseline. She'll bring it right back up court. Go to Franson. Franson to Birch. Birch dribbles with the left hand all the way to inside. Up with the left. No good. Rebound. Cammie Lamborn. She'll dribble right up the middle. Birch rides her the whole way to Walmsley. Walmsley picks up the dribble on the right wing. Pressure out on her. Now she'll go inside. Bounce pass for Arrington, and Orton comes up with the steal. Orton. That's got to be 7 or 8 steals in this ball game. Up ahead, they go to Bennett. Now to Campbell, to Bennett running the floor. And Bennett just misses on the layup. 45-14, Rebels trail by 31 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with under 5 minutes to go. Lamborn to the middle of the floor, free throw line. Walmsley, bounce pass inside for Arrington. It gets away from her, but she gets it back, turns around and puts it up. Almost got it to go, but she couldn't quite get it on the rebound. Franson pulls it down, and she's fouled by Arrington. For Chelsea, that's her 3rd personal. And now we start to see some of the starters go off the floor for Panguitch. Coach Barney giving his starters the most of the game, even though they lead by 31 points. 4:44 left to go. Holman back into the game. Franson's still in there, so still 2 starters in there, along with Birch. Oh, and Taylor Bennett also in there. So 3 starters still in there for the Bobcats. Just checking in was Caitlin Brinkerhoff, the sophomore. Pick and roll. Nice pick and roll and a charge. Yes, Lamborn saw that coming. Franson was kind of trying to control the basketball and didn't see Lamborn setting up to take that charge. Franson picks up her 3rd personal. 15 foul on the Lady Bobcats. Peart will inbound to Watcott. Huffner, Lamborn, and Arrington in there as well for Rich. Trailing 45-14 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Watcott lobs it inside, looking for Peart. She cut just as the pass was let go. And the turnover. Rebels now will put on a little bit of full court pressure, see if they can come away with a couple of steals. Dribbling up court is Taylor Bennett. The pressure was just kind of for show. And now Birch dribbles down inside. Holman, rather, dribbles down inside. Throws it off the leg of Huffner. And Huffner kind of reached that leg out at the last second. Called for the kick. So Brinkerhoff will look to inbound. She'll come into Holman, left wing. Down near the corner. Holman dribbles out up top. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Still looking for today's Mound Valley Cattle Company play of the game. Brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen of Thatcher, Idaho. And the shot of the game brought to you by All West Communications. Foul there on the side at Cammie Lamborn reaching in, trying to come up with a steal. And the Bobcats will inbound once again from right in front of their bench. Here's Holman, dribbles all the way down inside. Huffner reaches in and slaps the ball away out of bounds. So the Bobcats will be on their way to the state championship game, which is tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Rich will drop down and play for 3rd and 4th place against the whoever loses in the later game between St. Joseph and Bryce Valley. Bryce Valley, number 16 from Region 20, and they've worked their way into the into the semifinals. Here's a drive by Birch, and she's fouled on her way to the hoop. Good, quick, left-handed dribble in the drive by Birch. And the freshman earns herself a trip to the free throw line here in the semifinals. Brianne Birch with 2 free throws coming here. That's been one of the big differences in the ball game, is the number of free throws shot. The Rebels have shot, well, before this 4th quarter, they had just 7, and they missed the 2 in the 4th quarter, so they're just 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Panguitch Lady Bobcats, including these 2 free throws, have 19 in the ball game, but those 2 are both missed by Birch. So the score remains 45-14 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 3.5 to go. Abby Watcott dribbles down inside, steps through the defense, up, no good, off the glass. Huffner pulls down the rebound, puts it up and in, and she's fouled. And Danielle Huffner gets it to go, and she's fouled. So a chance for the 3-point play here with 3:18 left in the ball game. And that right there for the Lady Rebels might be your Mound Valley Cattle Company play of the game, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Huffner hits the free throw, and it's a 3-point play for Rich. Up the other way, Holman goes up ahead to Brinkerhoff. Back up top to Holman. And then to Brinkerhoff out high on the right side. Lamborn steps in trying to get a steal, but Bennett, good strong hands, comes up with it. She'll lob it inside to Birch. Back outside they go to Brinkerhoff, and then up top to Holman. Looking inside. Nice pass. Beautiful pass, and the step through by Taylor Bennett for the easy 2. And what a pass by Holman for the assist. 47-17 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Abby Watcott out high right wing. One dribble, looking for the pass. Now lobs it to Chelsea Arrington, cutting toward the basket. She gets a decent look, but can't get it to go. But then knocks the rebound away from Campbell and out of bounds. And now a couple more substitutions into the ball game. Maisie Miller and what's the other one that just checked in? I can't see numbers. There's a little traffic jam inside. Pass into Huffner. Her shot is blocked and foul. So Huffner will go to the free throw line. Oh, it's Marley Torgerson, the fifth player in there for Panguitch. So it's Torgerson, Brinkerhoff, Holman still in there for the Lady Bobcats, along with Birch and Miller. That's Maisie Miller. Free throw by Huffner is good. So Huffner now has 4 points and has another free throw coming. Free throws tonight brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Second one also good by Huffner. And it's 47-19. Panguitch with the lead on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. Full court pressure by the Lady Rebels, and the Bobcats break it fairly easily. To Holman they go, dribbling out high. Left wing over to Miller. Miller, a couple of dribbles out toward the top. Lamborn tips the pass away, but Holman quickly gets there, and now Holman fouled by Watcott, and that'll send Katanya Holman to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1 as we're in the bonus. Rebel 8th team foul for Abby Watcott. That is her third personal foul. And now some substitutions for the Rich Lady Rebels. We'll have Emily Hopkin, Christina Peterson, Whitley Weston, Alexa Ferguson, and Lilia Brown into the ball game. Free throw for Holman. First one, nothing but net. Solid player, Katanya Holman. She has hit the shot, had points in just about every quarter tonight, and knocks down that first free throw. She's now 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and the second one also good. So she hits them both, and the junior has 5 points. Makes it 49-19 on the Callis Napa Auto Parts scoreboard with 2 minutes left to go. Lady Rebels going to get the JV team in there for some valuable experience here at the state tournament. Alexa Ferguson came in off the bench against Wendover last night and hit 2 threes in the fourth quarter. Here's Whitley Weston out high right wing. Pick up the dribble, go to Lilia Brown. Couple of dribbles into the key. Shot up with the left hand. No, it's short. Peterson saves it to Ferguson, who shoots it high off the glass. No good. And the offensive board by Whitley Weston. A loose ball, and she chased it down outside to Lilia Brown. A three-point shot, tightrope off the glass. No good. Rebound by Birch, and she sprints out in front of everybody. Misses the layup as Lilia Brown gets in there and fouls her. And some speed from Brianne Birch, and she'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. She was there earlier in this quarter and missed them both. Minute 28 left to go in this ball game. And the first one for Birch is good. Back of the iron and straight down through. 50-19. This one's turned out to be quite a blowout for the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. Second free throw by Birch rattles through, and it's 51-19. Birch has 2 points. Lilia Brown will cross the timeline with a minute 23 left to go in the ball game. Goes left wing over to Whitley Weston. Weston dribbles once and then goes to Hopkin in the corner. Up top now to Lilia Brown. Brown dribbling to the right. 2-3 defense by the Bobcats. Ferguson gets it to Weston in the corner. Down low, the pass to Ferguson. Into the middle to Christina Peterson. That's knocked away, and the Bobcats come up with the steal. They'll swing it around, go to Birch. Now down Brinkerhoff, kick it back outside. Three-point shot is short by Brianne Bremner. And the Bobcats get the offensive board. Now Miller kicks it back out to Birch, and Birch heads toward the basket. She's fouled by Lilia Brown with 44.3 seconds left to go. Oh, no foul there, lost. And the Rebels have it. 40 seconds left. Lilia Brown across the timeline. And she'll dribble toward the left. Whitley Weston out there. Weston holding. Now she'll dribble in past the defense. Inside to Christina Peterson. Shot is blocked, but a foul. And this one may be on Marley Torgerson. And that's her first personal. That'll send Christina Peterson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throws tonight for the Lady Rebels, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Nothing but net on the first for Peterson. 30.7 seconds left to go. And as I mentioned earlier, Panguitch is going to go on to play for the state championship. They were the heavy favorite to win it this year, and they keep that expectation alive. Second free throw no good by Peterson. 51-20. That's the exact score the Rebels beat Wendover last night. 51-20. Out high, dribbling, is Brianne Bremner, the sophomore. Passes over to Brinkerhoff, and Panguitch just going to run this clock out. Rich content to let that happen. 9, 8, 7, 6 seconds left in the ball game. No pitches. Panguitch is going to go for a shot here. Birch may have gotten away with a travel. She goes inside, wrapped up by Hopkin, and the two of them will just kind of let each other have it. Hopkin throws it to the floor at the end of regulation. 51-20. The Rebels. That's what they beat Wendover last night. Now Panguitch returns the favor. Final score on the Calais Napa Auto Parts scoreboard, 51-20 for the Panguitch Lady Bobcats. Stay tuned. Our post-game wrap-up is coming up right after this on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3. Watch online at kadqradio.com.
This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat Boosters.
Canyon Country Drilling, offering pump service and quality water well drilling. Canyon Country Drilling at msn.com.
When visiting Panguitch, stay at the Canyon Lodge Motel, your home away from home. Make your reservations at canyonlodgemotel.com.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Rich High Lady Rebel Boosters.
Scott, Diana, and Cash Saby with Saby Trucking in Randolph wish good luck to the Lady Rebels.
Bart, Patty, and Skylar Argyle, supporting all Rich High Rebel students at the Argyle Ranch.
Davis Cabinet and Mills, quality custom cabinetry and woodwork.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air. This Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High Rebel Sports is also being brought to you in part by these Rebel Sports Boosters. Lazy S Ranching, Sim and Joe Jean Weston. Good luck, Rebels. Play hard. Comprehensive Family Dental. Good luck, Grove grandkids from Comprehensive Family Dental and Grandpa and Grandma Grove. Saby Trucking, Scott and Diana Saby, with a shout out to their son Cash and all of the Rebel athletes. Go Rebels! By Craig Welling Financial Services, New York Life, for your retirement plan rollovers, life insurance, and investments. And by My Favorite Things in Evanston, because crafting is cheaper than therapy. Rich High Rebel Sports is on the air and online at kadqradio.com. This broadcast from the 2014 Girls 1A Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by these Panguitch High School Lady Bobcat Boosters.
Cowboy Collectibles, antiquing the Western way, supplying real Western antiques. Cowboy Collectibles on Main Street in Panguitch.
Bob Orton Trucking, supporting all the great students in academics and sports at Panguitch High School. Bob Orton Trucking.
The 2014 1A Girls Utah State Basketball Championship Tournament is on the air.
Final score, Panguitch with the blowout win over the Rich Lady Rebels, 51-20. And it's just interesting. Rich beat Wendover last night 51-20, and now they get beat 51-20. Panguitch moves on to the state championship tomorrow night at 5 p.m. We'll have it right here on kadqradio.com. Rich will drop down and play for third and fourth place against whoever loses in this game that's coming up here in just a moment between St. Joseph and Bryce Valley. We'll have it right here on kadqradio.com. Final score 51-20. Taylor Bennett led the way with 17 points for Panguitch. Rebels had nobody in double figures. This has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated.
You've been listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High School Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 with video online at KADQradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Big O Tires, Castle Rock Chevrolet, Rocky Mountain Care, Cowboy Motor Company, PC Innovations, Union Wireless, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Old West Stories and Productions, and Telegram to Good Health. Thank you for listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Rich High School Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at KADQradio.com.